Namaste everyone. As usual, we begin with 3 Oms, but before that, our disclaimer: when you attend this session, you do so with the understanding you're responsible for your own well-being. Life in Yoga and those of us who lead the session don't take responsibility towards the outcome of your participation here. Today is the special session that we do every Sunday with only pranayama and meditation. So if any of you feel like doing any stretches in between, you're welcome to do so. So let's bring the awareness within and mentally think of everyone who is within this group as within yourself to establish the group consciousness. And let's take a deep breath for the first Om. Now, we can go on to the chakra vibrations. Bring your awareness to the perineum. And as we squeeze at the perineum, we do the sound LUM, pressing on the little finger with the thumb. LUM. Release the fingers, continue. Last time. One more time. Bring the awareness an inch or so above the perineum, behind the pubic area. As we draw in there, we do the sound VUM, pressing on the ring finger with the thumb. VUM. Release the fingers, continue. Vam. Last time. Bring the awareness behind the navel. As we draw in at the navel, we do the sound rum, pressing on the middle finger with the thumb. Rum. Release the fingers, continue. Last time. Bring your awareness to the middle of the chest, in between the breasts, and here we do yum, pressing on the index finger with the thumb. Yum. Yum. Release the fingers. Continue. Now bring the awareness to the throat, and here we do hum, thumbs up, loose fist. Release the hand. Continue. Bring your awareness to the middle of the head, and there we do chum, thumbs up, loose fist. Chum. Release the hand. Continue. Last time. Middle of the top of the head, we do the sound Om, thumbs up, loose fist. Release the hand. Continue. Last time. Now we go on to the Ujjayi Pranayama, the happy faced breathing, and those of you who know, please proceed. So there's nobody new, I think. Let's see. Yeah, nobody else. So all of you know the Ujjayi Pranayama. Feel the sensation in the throat as you inhale and exhale. Feel like the air is rubbing along there. Slow, deep breath. If any of you want to do shoulder rotations or anything, feel free to carry on. And in about another 3 to 5 minutes, we will go on to the visualizations. Looks like all of you want to do it, so let's do it together. Inhale, lift up the shoulders. Exhale, rotate it back. Let's move to the next exercise with Ujjayi. Inhale, stretch up. Let's move on to the next exercise at the fist. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Elbows in line with the shoulders. And as you inhale at the fist below the chin, inhale in Ujjayi, go around the palms. Exhale, close, come in. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Let's go reverse. Last exhalation. Now, as we continue the Ujjayi, visualize the rising awareness from the perineum to the middle of the top of the head, and as you exhale, going down, up and down, visualize. Now, as we continue the Ujjayi, visualize like as you inhale in Ujjayi, you visualize the awareness rising from the lowermost part of the sternum, the little depression you feel right at the bottom of the sternum. Inhale from there along the front of the body, just under the skin, and going over the forehead, visualize it come up to the middle of the top of the head. And as you exhale, visualize it coming down the 7 chakras all the way to the perineum. You can mentally visualize that you're inhaling. As you inhale, the soul's intent. And as you exhale, you let the soul's intent pervade the body and through the chakras into every part of the psychosomatic being. Now, as we continue the Ujjayi, we'll visualize it along the spine from the tailbone, rising up as you inhale through the spine and come all the way to the back of the top of the head, the back part of the head. And as you exhale, you feel it go down the same way down to the tailbone. If you find any resistance on the path, you can mentally do Om, 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 Om as you inhale in the same way as you exhale. Now we can go on to a few minutes of Kapalbhati. So all of you know how to do it. To be done very gently. I'll pull back a little so you can see better. Do it with your eyes closed. Now let's do 5 breaths of Brahmaris. Now we can continue with Ujjayi Pranayam once again. This time we'll visualize the awareness rising up from the soles of the feet, going up all the way through the body, up to the top of the head and 6 inches above. And as you exhale, going down the body all the way down and 6 inches below the feet. So please continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation with this visualization of Ujjayi. Now we will go further into the next step. Visualize that your whole body is inside a cylinder that has 10 feet of diameter, 10 feet of radius around you, and it is far down below your feet, maybe 50 or 100 feet below, and the same way above the head. And as you inhale and exhale in Ujjayi, visualize it swirling from below, going all the way up, taking whatever is needed in the earth element and water element to nourish you from below, and going and connecting all the way into your spiritual entity. And as you exhale, coming down, bringing the spiritual intent, taking unwanted stuff that are of the gross element, taking it down all the way down into Mother Earth. So think of this as a purification process. If you feel that you want to visualize a swirling wind going up and down, you can do that too, and do it whichever way in which intuitively feels right for you. As you continue this breathing, observe your palms and the soles of your feet. See if you can feel any sensation, the flushing of the breath as it is going in and out. Now we can go on to our Bhastrika Pranayam. When we do this, our usual 20 breaths in each round, at the end of it, instead of doing our Ujjayi Kumbhaka and the Bhramari, we'll do something different. All we will do is we will take a deep breath in and observe your palms to see whether you feel any sensations in it. And when you hold the breath, pull back your neck and bring the chin down. And you don't do any other in the belly or anywhere, only in the chin. And when you can no longer hold, close the right nostril and exhale through the left nostril, and we complete the one round of Bhastrika. So like this, we will do 3 rounds of Bhastrika. So get ready, and as you all know, we want to do full deep breathing. Those of you who want to keep your hand in the belly, you can do that, or you can pull the shoulder back and you can get ready. Inhale. Now let's exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Deep breath in, hold the breath, chin down, observe the palms. Now, let's get ready for the next round of Bhastrika. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Take a deep breath in, hold the breath, and observe the palms. Chin down. We can get ready for the third round of Bhastrika. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. exhale. 7, exhale. 8, exhale. 9, exhale. 10, exhale. 11, exhale. 12, exhale. 13, exhale. 14, exhale. 15, exhale. 16, exhale. 17, exhale. 18, exhale. 9, exhale. 20, exhale. Take a deep breath in, hold the breath, chin down, observe palm. Now we are ready to begin our meditation. So let's start by rubbing the palms a little bit and separate it an inch or so from each other, and just roll the hands as if there was a dough in between, and see whether you can feel any sensation in the palms of the hands. Most of you will feel the sensation. If you feel the sensation, open out the palms and keep the palms together. Now we will invoke the three spirits: the spirit that takes the awareness beyond the body, the spirit that takes the awareness beyond the three-dimensional world defined by the light of the sun and stars, and the third spirit takes us beyond the spiritual world into the source of everything, the source of all wisdom. So the three of them we'll invoke, and one by one we will take them into us with the motion of the hand into you. So with your palms open, mentally ask the first spirit, the one that takes your awareness beyond the body, that we call Gayatri, to come into the palm of your hands. Feel the vibration change in your hands and take that vibration right into you. Do it with your eyes closed, and you can feel a difference that is happening within you. Now open the palms once again, and this time call upon the spirit that takes your awareness beyond the three-dimensional world governed by the light of the sun and stars. And feel, and we call that as Savitri, to come into your palms. Take Savitri right into you and visualize once again a change in the vibration of your entire psychosomatic being. Open the palms a third time, and this time call upon the Spirit that takes you beyond the spiritual world into the zone or the source of all wisdom, which is God. Open out the palms, call upon this being, Saraswati. Feel the vibration in the palms. Take it right into you and feel again a change in the vibration. Stay there observing the vibrations and how you feel within. Observe the quietness within yourself. And now mentally you can affirm to yourself. Just visualize within you how you feel, the calmness and connectedness within. And if you observe very carefully, you will feel an awareness up to a few inches above the head. And now mentally affirm for yourself in the context of the three levels of existence, Bhu, Bhuva, Swa. May I imbibe the brilliance, the energy of the sun, and with that, may I imbibe the spiritual knowledge, and from that, may I be able to project into the world, the implication being to fulfill the purpose for which you have been born. So this meaning you can affirm in your mind, and you can say the thing in Sanskrit if you like. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha, Om Tat Savitur Varenyam, Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi, Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. You can just have that visual, that affirmation in your mind. Become aware of your breath. Observe the body from the top to the bottom. Observe how it is feeling. We will take a deep breath in and do one long Om, and after that we will mentally let go of the three spirits after we thank them for helping us in our meditation. So take a deep breath in. Now mentally thank the three spirits for helping you and let them go, thank them and let them go. And whenever you're ready to open your eyes, open the palm of your hands and look straight into the palm of your hand. With that, we end the practice session today. And today being Sunday, if anybody has any questions or any comments.
Yes, Dr. Raj.
Yes, go ahead.
Question. Could explain the Ujjayi?
Sorry, the voice is breaking once again. Can you please try?
Okay.
Yes, the Ujjayi breathing. So Dr. Chabra, what you can do is position yourself to the middle of your computer. Move slightly towards your wife. Yes, and now speak.
Could you explain Ujjayi?
Yeah, would I explain Ujjayi breathing, right?
Yes.
Okay, certainly I will do that. Any other questions regarding the practice? Yes, Malti ji, go ahead.
Doctor, when we are doing Ujjayi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
When we are doing Ujjayi, when you say if there is a resistance, say Om. What do you mean by resistance and what do you feel it?
Okay, very good. So we'll take the questions of Ujjayi together over here. So the Ujjayi pranayam has two different elements in it. One way to look at it is the physiological element, and the other way of looking at it is from a yogic spiritual element. The practice in itself is done where you feel the breath with the focus at the throat. And in order to feel the focus, as a preliminary practice, we try to feel a stretch over there to do it. But eventually it is about feeling the movement at the throat. That's what it's all about. So the practice, the way in which you understand it from a physiological perspective is, there are two important cranial nerves that impact the throat area. One is the glossopharyngeal nerve and the other is the vagus nerve. The glossopharyngeal nerve in the throat area is actually efferent in nature. In other words, afferent in nature at the throat, which means it takes messages to the brain. Whereas on the other hand, the vagus nerve at the throat is efferent in nature, that is, it brings messages from the brain. Beyond the vagus nerve, beyond the throat, it goes all the way down to various parts of the body, the cardiorespiratory system, digestive system, all the way down. There it is afferent in nature. In other words, it is sending message to the brain. And what has been very well understood and researched there is stimulation of the vagus nerve results in an anti-inflammatory effect in the body. This is researched and well known. Now, the stimulation at the throat having also an impact of the afferent nature for the glossopharyngeal nerve and efferent for the vagus nerve, is very useful for sleep apnea and stimulating the blood flow in the pharyngeal muscles and areas, so that the collapse that happens that induces obstructive sleep apnea can be avoided. So snoring and various things are significantly helped, particularly those related to the pharyngeal muscles misbehaving. Now, that is the physiological understanding, anti-inflammatory, and anything that is anti-inflammatory essentially is healing to the body. So now let's go into the yogic side of the Ujjayi Pranayama. In the yogic side of the Ujjayi Pranayama, it is considered the highest pranayama, Ujjayi, victorious. The key element of it relates to purification of the communications in the body. The body has 5 kinds of communications that are running through that manages all the elements of the psychosomatic being. The 5 kinds of communications, all of you who come from the Indian tradition have heard it. We call it as prana, apana, vyana, udana, and samana, right? And then finally, all of this is to serve the purpose of the Brahma. So we call it Brahmane Swaha when we offer prasad, after the fire, right? So these 5 types of communications relate to different aspects of the elements in the body. The Udana Prana is associated with the space element, and space element is what allows you to communicate into the spiritual being beyond the body, beyond the 3-dimensional world. So the Udana Prana is the important element that determines how long you're going to live, when you're going to leave the body, because all that control is in the spiritual domain. The prana is the life force, and the pranayama is the regulation of the life force in the body. From a physiological sense, the life force is dependent upon the breath that you do have. And so often people think of it in terms of the oxygen permeation in the body. Whereas on the other hand, we know from medicine that when a person is put on a heart-lung machine, but they have no consciousness, they are gone, still you can nourish all the cells in the body, but they never wake up, and once you pull the machine out, they cannot breathe on their own. So the prana element, or the prana element, which is the communication that controls the life force, has the air component involved, but it also mediates through the space component. After all, space encompasses everything. Without space, you cannot have air or fire or water or earth. So the space element is where the switch is there that decides when you're going to stop breathing. So now the next element that comes along is the fire element, which is associated with the dynamism in the body, and typically the stress hormones and all of that, the digestion in the gut tract, all of this is related. Acidity, as acid elements in the body determine the fire element, and that which enables the dynamism to work through you is called the samana vayu, working through the sushumna nadi. And so in the samana vayu, as it is working through, it is integrating your cosmic program along with the needs of the worldly needs you have, and it integrates them to function through it. And as we say in yoga, that the Ida Nadi is your inner dimension, Pingala Nadi is the outer, the demands that come externally in the physical world, both of them coming together flow through the Sushumna Nadi as Samana Vayu. And a modern day understanding of biology, we can understand it as the genes and the epigenetic factors coming together as gene expression is how you would understand Samana Vayu. Then of course you have the Apana Vayu, the Vyana Vayu and the Apana Vayu. The Vyana Vayu again is relating to the water element, but of course the water element also depends upon the fire element and the the air element and the space element, because all the communications are coming through. So the Vyana Vayu is the communication that deals with all the fluid elements in your body, and the Apana Vayu, all the earth elements in the body, is how we understand. So what does the Ujjayi Pranayama do? Initially, when we are only focusing on the throat and doing, we are actually only working from the anti-inflammatory aspect, which of course governs all the 5 levels, all the 5 Vayus, because what happens is, effectively, all the anti-inflammatory element is also dealing with harmonizing your physical existence with the spiritual intent, and that is why it is called the highest pranayama. But on the other hand, when we actively visualize and go through each of the channels, we are working on the Atma Nadi, we are working on the Sushumna Nadi, we are working on the Prana Nadi, which is along the spine. So when we are working through all of these together in the whole dimension of the body, the earth element, all the 5 elements, we do a more active way of cleansing the system so that the communications are completely harmonized and in a perfect way. Now what happens is, now typically when you do any visualization, it actually enhances the impact of the Ujjayi, provided there is no resistance. Why will there be any resistance when you do any of these practices of visualization? Resistance can happen because there is an imbalance in your system, and the imbalances are governed by your thoughts, your you can think of it as whatever are your deep beliefs or anything that you retain in your memory that has upset you in your lifetime, that you're not letting go. All of these can create blockages in the harmonious flow of these communications. So when you are in that mode of visualization, if there is any place where there is a blockage, you will feel as you're subtly looking inside, it doesn't flow as smoothly as it flows everywhere. If you're not sensitive to it, then you shouldn't be doing the visualization. Only when you're sensitive to it, you will feel the visualization. And in any visualization, if you feel it is not flowing, it's not uniformly flowing smoothly, but there are certain places it is flowing a little slower and things like that. That is when you do Om, 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 the intelligence of the Om connection connects you into the highest source of everything. That results in dissolving that wherever the problem is, it will dissolve that so that it flows smoothly and clearly. So Ujjayi Pranayama is all about the purification of your entire channels of communication so that there is greater harmony in your communications that keeps you in balance with your soul purpose. And then in that harmony, we take it into the meditation. So I kind of went in a long-winded way to explain all aspects of Ujjayi. So Dr. Chabra and Maltiji, is that okay? Any questions, further questions?
No,
I
thank you
just
so
want to
much.
know, how do you know that there is a resistance?
If you feel it, there is resistance, and if you don't feel it, then there is no resistance. If you cannot feel the movement, you shouldn't be doing it.
Movement, I don't know.
You should. Don't you feel when you visualize some movement within?
Yes.
Yes. If that movement is harmonious and there is no part which feels that movement is slower than other part or something, then in which case you know there is complete harmony and clarity in the flow.
All right.
Thank you very much for a very
Thank you.
detailed
Thank you.
explanation. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Dr. Rajan,
Yes.
I send donation to Life in Yoga Institute. And what is this number? 301-526-8308.
That is my phone number that is connected into the Life in Yoga Institute account.
Okay, but
So
this
if
is
you
not
use
wrong number. I just
Yes, if you use that phone number for Zelle, then it automatically, any donation you send goes into the Life in Yoga Institute account.
okay, I did that.
Yes, and for tax purposes, if any of you need the ID number, what you will find is in your Zoom email that you get, right at the bottom, you will find the tax identification number of Life in Yoga Foundation and Institute if you need
Thank
it.
you so much. But if I need it, I will tell. Otherwise, I don't need it. Most probably, I don't need it now.
Dr. Rajan,
But just make sure you received. Just let me know. Did you receive or
No,
not?
no, I received it. It has already in the account quite a while back, at least a week or a couple of
No,
weeks.
I just did it today.
You did it today, then I'll tell you right now.
I'm sorry. It takes time, right? Isn't it?
Yes, it has come from you. You sent $300.
Yes. Okay. All right.
It has
Dr.
come
Rajan,
from.
another question.
Yeah.
When we do Bhastrika, you
Yeah.
say that when you take a deep this inspiration, then do you feel something in the palm? Yes, we do feel. What is the meaning of that?
Okay. See, the palms, you see, all of you know that when you go to the temple or when you do any prayer, what
Yes.
they ask you to offer with your palm. And if you are asking the priest to do any particular service and archana on your behalf for anything, they will ask you to touch like this, right?
Yes.
And when you give something offering, you give puja like this, right?
Yes.
What is it in the palm? See, what it is the same way. What happens is the palm and the soles of the feet have something in common. What happens is there is a greater flow of what you would call communication through the palms and the feet. So, like for example, if you stretch out your hand like this and keep the palm perpendicular to the forearm, close your eyes and mentally visualize your inhaling and exhaling through the palm, you will feel a coolness and a motion that you might feel something in your palms.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
What it is the palms and the soles of the feet are supposed to have greater level of communication than other parts of the body. Okay? So this is the reason. What happens is you offer with the hand, and when you offer anything, you're communicating the vibrations, the thoughts. The same way, this is the reason when you go to the temple or any holy places, they will say you don't want to wear shoes or anything. You shouldn't even wear socks. That is, through the soles of the feet, you will be able to imbibe the whatever are the good energies that in holy places that you have, right?
Yeah.
And one of the things that recently people have been looking at, and it seems to be the case, is that you've probably often heard that some people, in order for you to be in good health, they will say walk barefoot on grass, on earth. Okay? So what has been found is this is what is called grounding of the feet into the earth. And these days, of course, once you know how to do it, you'll always find mechanical devices to do this. So these days you can get a grounding mat. You plug it in your electricity and put the mat below your feet, and you keep your bare feet on it. It is supposed to do the same thing, working through the earthing of your system. Okay, so this is what is very specific about the hand and feet. In fact, what happens is, among people who are spiritually aware, I have had a discussion, particularly within highly spiritual priests who are aware of what they do. You see, some of these people, when they do their Sandhya Vandana, they go by, with offerings and things with the hand and things like that. They do the Tarpana with the hand and all of these things. So I had one conversation with a highly intuitive priest many years ago, and I was telling him, why do you use water? It is the intent and energy that you're communicating, the communication. So you don't need anything. If you mentally do this, they do Deva Tarpana like this, and you mentally offer the Devas like this, and you have the intention, and if you feel the flow, that is what is needed. And he actually told me that is the way he does it personally. But most people cannot feel the flow, so they use water as the intent. They're like they're offering water kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it is really, this is how it all about the hand, this thing that we offer, right?
Okay, yeah. So means if you feel a sensation, means that is good.
That's right. And if you can feel the sensation and do the offering, you don't need any material stuff anymore.
Water, okay. Thank
And
you.
not only that, if you can feel the sensation and make it come, if you can feel Gayatri, Savitri, Saraswati come into your palms, think of it. You don't need to go to the temple. Think of the temple as coming into your palms, place it over there, do your puja.
Thank you so much.
So in other words, what happens is when you can sense everything, you can internally call upon anything and everything you want.
Okay, thank you so much.
Now, Satyapalji has put in a note over here, which is for everyone. That is, for grounding, I use stainless steel spoon daily at bedtime. Walking on grass is not always possible. So Satyapalji, you want to explain
What is it?
what you do with the stainless steel spoon? Do you put it under your feet?
Yeah. No, I take it and on the back side of the spoon, I rub it on the sole of my feet.
I see.
Oh, I didn't understand.
No, by the back of the spoon, he puts it and he rubs it under the soles of the feet.
Okay.
That's what he said. Somebody had raised the hand over here. Oh yes, Virendraji, go ahead. You have to unmute.
Told me to put here and then do the breathing, so it helped me a lot.
Yes,
I
actually, that is specific for you. See, what it is in your case, you need your special way in which you work is focusing here and putting the finger there and doing and all of that, because in your system, you need little more work with balance. This is a very good practice for you to do all the time.
So I do 20 minutes a day. I cannot.
Absolutely. This is the right practice for you.
And then see, when I do meditation, Hi Mim Om or something, I cannot concentrate. I don't feel.
You don't need to do any of that. This, if you focus here and do this, this is your meditation, and it'll have the best balancing effect. Actually, earlier today was one of our teaching sessions whom we are training people to lead yoga sessions. And one of the things we explained to them was, we asked people, when we do the alternate nostril breathing, it's supposed to balance the two hemispheres of the brain. When the two hemispheres of the brain are in balance, and if you feel the nostril air blowing, it will be absolutely equal. When they are, whichever has more air going, flow blowing, that's the opposite hemisphere is the one which is having more activity. So the one which has lower air, that is where there is less activity. So you want to begin inhalation from there. So what happens is, now when we do the alternate nostril breathing, it's supposed to make that balancing. But today, and of course, we don't normally do feeling the breath under your nose. But because it's a training session and we want to know people why we do what, I had them do that. And many of the people had one nostril which had less air, the other more air. So I told them, put your finger over here, keep the focus here, and do 10 breaths. You know what? After doing just 10 breaths over here, it became completely balanced for everyone.
Thank you.
Now what happens is, this is an easier practice to do, but it has a greater meditative potential than alternate nostril breathing. And in fact, it is more powerful. In fact, if it takes you 20 minutes to do the alternate nostril breathing to get that balance, if you do like 1/3 of the time, 7 or 8 minutes, it will give you that balance. And Virendraji, for you, the balance has been an issue for a long time.
Yes.
And so for you, doing this 20 minutes once or twice a day is even better. It will give you tremendous balance, and that is what you need.
Thank you, Dr. Rajan. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Dr. Rajan, a quick question. My son-in-law fell down and he has a brain injury, small brain injury. It was bleeding and everything since 22nd of December. Now, he right now he's like kid. We teach him today, tomorrow he forgets. So every day we have to give him practice. Every day we have to talk to him, everything. He's in a hospital. He was in ICU. Now he was in hospital. Now in a rehab center. But what kind of exercise, brain exercise, to give for mantra or something? What should we do more?
In the situation that he is in, does he have any inflammation in the dura, in the brain?
Not right now, but his bleeding is not absorbed yet.
See, what happens is, the the Bhramari Pranayama can be done in a certain way that actually stimulates you see, in the dura of the brain, there are sinus, there are openings over there, empty spaces through which things flow. So if you take a deep breath in and you do your Ujjayi with this, not Ujjayi, Bhramari, like this. That is, you close the ears with the thumb and press the other four fingers on the top of the head and pressing it. If you do it, it will have the effect of stimulating the brain.
Okay. He wakes up, but not much. I mean, 10 minutes, 50 minutes, and then he goes to sleep. He keeps sleeping all day and night.
Yes. That is very important, because sleep is the way in which the Udana Vayu gets activated, and that is what repairs the system.
Oh, okay. But he needs all therapy too, right?
Yeah. All of that is right. But on the other hand, the thing is, you see, from what you're describing, it has been like 3 weeks or so, right? Since he fell. And if it is that much of a thing, you will probably find that the recovery takes quite a many months. And as it goes along, the amount of sleep need may actually reduce a little bit over a period of time.
Oh, okay. Then he will be okay in the future.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Can I ask you
because
this
he's
question?
sleeping a lot, so I was worried about.
Being a physician, did they remove the blood clot?
They didn't. They said he cannot have surgery. He cannot have surgery. The blood is going to absorb by itself. That's what he said.
So that means it's not a big enough clot to be removed. It will
Maybe because
by
only
itself.
24 hours bleeding and then it stopped.
Yeah.
So I mean, we had a really big tragedy at that time. Right now we all are covering. We all were depressed. And he's only 55 years old.
Thank you. We all wish all the best for him.
Everything
All
will
the
be
best for him. Yeah.
See, it will take quite a bit of long time. It may take many months.
4 to 6 months. That's what.
Yes.
He just left home, and after 1 hour, we received this message.
See, what happens is the risk of slipping and falling back on your head. That is the worst thing that can happen. And, particularly with the snow and things, I tell people, learn the art of falling down if you have to. And the way to do it is never to let your head fall. And the other part is not to have your elbows or this thing, fall, because that's where it is. If you let it fall right on the trunk of the body side, then in which case the amount, because of the flesh and all of that, the impact is much less.
I mean, he went in church, and only 4th or 5th steps he fall down. I mean, I don't know how did he do that. Only nobody was with him.
See, the thing is, with these conditions that were there during that time, you see, with ice forming and things, and this thing, any time when that is the case, it is always a danger.
Danger, right, exactly. Yep. Okay, thank you so much for everything.
Any other questions, thoughts from anyone? Okay, so we'll close over here.
Thank you
Namaste.
very much.